Before you depart this room full of winners, I want you to take a good look at the person next to you. Go on. Because sometime in the not so distant future, you're gonna be pulling up to a red light and you beat up old fucking Pinot, and that person's gonna be pulling up right alongside you in their brand new Porsche with their beautiful wife by their side who's got big voluptuous tits.
There are both winners and losers in this life, although there tends to be more losers than winners. That seems to be baked into the structure of reality. Even among animals, for example in a gorilla troop, there's often only one silverback who gets all the females. In a lion pride, there's usually only one dominant male. Indeed, most species that have existed on Earth have gone extinct, so long-term survival is the exception. Some winners are humble, whereas others are high and mighty, flaunting their success for everyone to see and rubbing it in the faces of the losers, which gives them pleasure. But the truth is that without all the hordes and legions of losers, the winners would be nothing. What is a billionaire without thousands or even millions of people who serve them as employees or purchase their products and services? What is a celebrity without thousands of fans who worship them and enjoy their entertainment? What is a beautiful person without many who admire them and seek their company? If all the losers in the world were to disappear, then the winners would no longer matter. Without all the so-called lower or inferior people to look down on, the winners would be without purpose and meaning. Their efforts would cease to matter. It would be like playing a video game against yourself, or against nobody. It stops being enjoyable. This is one argument against the human elite simply using artificial intelligence and robots to completely replace humanity. Right now, many of these elites could live lives of luxury in solitude, but they want more wealth, power, fame, and admiration of the masses. Just look at Elon Musk, for example. He has been doing all kinds of crazy stuff to grow his cult of personality, to gain him not only more wealth, but also political influence. If there were no people to follow him, or if all his followers were pre-programmed robots, then his life might become increasingly boring and meaningless. Indeed, life on this planet is inherently meaningless when closely and critically examined, but without humans, even billionaires like Elon Musk would find it more difficult to distract themselves and live so-called meaningful lives. Maybe that's why he wants to 10x the Earth's population. Billionaires and other powerful people should therefore recognize that the human masses are not simply bystanders or numbers on a screen, but actually the indispensable foundation upon which their empires have been built. The success of any business, whether it be based on a great product or an iconic brand, is tied to the support and engagement of millions of consumers, employees, and fans. Without the collective energy and feedback of these ordinary people, even the most innovative ideas might fail or have their impact diminished. So successful people shouldn't hold the masses in contempt, even though it might sometimes be difficult. It would also be advisable for successful people to realize that their success isn't really self-made. Many people who are successful promote the idea that anyone can become so as well if they adopt a hardworking attitude, learn the correct information, and take the right actions. But the fact is that while these things certainly contribute to success, it is still largely down to luck. What do I mean? Well, take dogs for example. A pit bull can be very aggressive, whereas a golden retriever is often gentle and kind. Is it the pit bull's choice to be aggressive, or is it down to its biology, genetics, and the training of its owner? These are all factors outside of the control of the pit bull. It cannot choose its biology, genetics, or its owner. Of course, humans have more complex brains that are capable of rationally thinking beyond our next meal and plan things further into the future, but even this ability is down to genetics as it is with dogs or other animals, and inheriting good DNA is down to luck. Whether we are successful or not depends on many factors outside of our control. To become a winner, we often need to be born in the right place at the right time, to the right parents with the right genetics, and encounter the right ideas, information, and people that leads us to success in our environment. For example, if Michael Jordan was born in Africa in the 1930s, he would likely not have become a world-famous basketball player. Likewise, if Bill Gates was born in Europe in the 1500s, he would likely not have become one of the world's richest men. Maybe he would have been a Christian monk or something, who knows. Basically, out of sheer luck, some people enter what I call a causality pathway that leads them to become successful. Much like for baking a chocolate cake, you need the right information, ingredients, and tools. To become successful in any given environment, you also need certain attributes that are not provided for everyone. But at the same time, we as humans have limited knowledge, so nobody knows for sure what the future holds or what attributes are needed for success, although we can make some educated guesses. Also, you won't win if you stop playing the game, but you're also not guaranteed to win even if you continue playing it. Life is not entirely predictable or chaotic, but something in between, so while hard work and determination are often essential, they alone do not guarantee success, although some would argue that even the tendency for being hardworking is genetic, and not everyone will have this quality even if they want to be hardworking. But success depends on a complex web of circumstances that can lift one person to great heights, while others are left to struggle despite working equally as hard. Remember to like and subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and see you again in the next video. Okay, thanks, bye.